The importance of joining a professional development organization. What are the benefits of joining a professional development organization like the International Society for Technology and Education, or ISTE? In the education field, professional development can directly affect students. Mizell 2010. It builds up your teacher toolkit and helps you become a better teacher. Robinson 2019. You get discounts on and access to trainings, events, and resources. Lynch 2015. Networking with other educators. Lynch 2015. According to the ISTE website, joining their organization has the following benefits: professional learning, membership, events, community, and publishing. The vision of ISTE is that all educators are empowered to harness technology to accelerate innovation in teaching and learning and inspire learners to reach their greatest potential. The following slides will discuss 3 specific ways ISTE can facilitate professional development. ISTEU provides various courses for educators on a wide variety of topics. I began following ISTE after a previous class where I first heard about it, and then saw this class being advertised. I had already signed up to take it. I have a particular interest in social emotional learning, and I want to continue to grow my skill set in this area. This course is currently being offered at no cost, and I'm curious about integrating technology into social emotional learning. According to the class description, a teacher can expect to learn social emotional learning, student collaboration, empathy and self-awareness, and connecting with peers and professional learning communities. All student populations would benefit from a teacher's growth in this area. In my experience, learning is best facilitated in classrooms with a strong class culture built on quality teacher-student and student-student relationships, which is facilitated through social emotional learning. Course of Mind podcast. This podcast explores the question, how can we learn more effectively? With topics like what makes learning happen, know thyself, the power of a reflective educator, learning first, technology second. This podcast provides teachers with evidence-based learning on educating the whole child. As this year progressed, I began incorporating more whole brain learning in my language arts instruction in particular. I found that the more I added in various ways of learning material through visuals, songs, and physical movements, the more quickly my students learned and retained new skills. I had a first grade student who was significantly behind, who struggled all year with the pace of the curriculum, who began to make significant progress with songs and physical movements. The knowledge learned from the podcast would benefit all students, but is especially important for students who struggle to learn in ways we deem quote-unquote traditional. Incorporating multiple methods of learning benefited all of my language arts students, but the biggest impact was seen with my student who struggled. The journal articles available with quick topic search on ISTE cover a variety of topics on assistive technology that help inform and educate. I found each of these articles to be practically applicable to my teaching practice. They each added knowledge and gave me further areas of research to pursue, as well as highlighting the importance of gaining education and training in this area. Unless the presence of a student requiring assistive tech enters our classrooms, teacher learning may lack in this area. Fostering our professional development by seeking out learning helps prepare us for those students while also benefiting any student. The article by Bugaj, 2018, talks specifically about assistive tech for communication and ways to involve the whole class in integrating a student's communication aids. He really drew awareness to a teacher's responsibility to be prepared at all times to use assistive tech, to be willing to learn, and to lead their students in inclusivity. The ISTEU course is one I had already signed up to take. The podcast, Course of Mind, focuses on educating the whole child using brain-based research, a topic I find particularly intriguing that has already informed my teaching practice. My knowledge on assistive tech is lacking. Each of these articles highlights an area that I need growth in, from understanding my obligation to grow my understanding to effectively serve current and future students, to practical ways to begin to implement technology for all students. ISTE Live 21, Designing a New Learning Landscape. What is it? a virtual, live, and interactive conference. I was blown away by the professional development available through the ISD Live 21 conference. If cost wasn't a factor, researching last year's conference convinced me of the need to find a way to attend this conference in the future. With both live and in-person options, it truly seems to be the most comprehensive educational technology conference in the world. Last year's conference seemed to have a particular focus on featuring powerful voices with inspiring stories that impact education, Bellistock 2021, as well as international voices. There was a wide variety of topics offered, covering online and blended learning, social emotional learning, game-based learning, equity, and access, purposefully incorporating tech, and many more. When I looked through the sessions offered last year, these were the ones that particularly caught my attention that I would have liked to attend. Shaping Your School Digital Strategy, Hints and Tips by Al Kingsley discussed ensuring your school is investing in the right technology for the right people at the right time and with the right impact. This is an area of growth for my low-tech school, and this sounds like just a session to guide us. Begin with Connection, Relationship Building Using Google Tools by Becky Lim and Stephanie Rossline covered the use of Google tools to promote community for students and educators. I recently began work on a Google Site class page for next year to build community with my future first grade families, and I'm curious how else Google tools could facilitate community. Shall We Play a Game by Krista Osborne Preston was about the use of games to empower student learning and design engaging curriculum. I've always been a game lover, but sometimes struggle with how to implement gaming with a large group of students. Boldly Go, Using Virtual Field Trips to Explore Your Curriculum by Bonnie Chalette. Equip teachers with tools to go on virtual field trips across subject areas. During the beginning of the COVID pandemic, a lot of organizations posted about their virtual field trip options, and my daughter and I went on many explorations from our living room. I'd love to incorporate more virtual field trips with our subject areas in first grade next year. Thank you.